In a cozy little village, there lived a quirky duck who laid colorful eggs. One sunny day, she laid an egg, and soon enough, a cute little duckling hatched from it. This little duckling was different from all the other ducklings. Instead of bright yellow feathers, he had these unique grey feathers that made him stand out. And because he was bigger than the others, he couldn't play with them. So the duckling spent his days alone by the lake, feeling sad. One day, the duckling saw some beautiful swans swimming on the lake. Their white feathers looked so nice. "If only I could look like that," he said to himself. At that time, a cat happened to walk past. "What did you say?" she asked. "Oh, nothing," said the duckling. "I just wish I could be as beautiful as those swans." The cat smiled. "You already are beautiful, silly goose," she said. "But if you really want to be a swan, then swim in that lake over there. I heard it's magic. If you swim around it 7 times, you'll turn into a swan." The duckling thanked her and hurried to the lake. He swam around the lake as fast as he could, but after swimming 3 times, he got tired and needed a rest. As he sat down on a rock to take a break, he heard a voice. Well, what do we have here? A little duckling who thinks he's a swan." The duckling looked up and saw a big, scary dog. "How did you know?" he asked. "Because you're not a swan," said the dog. "You're just an ugly duckling who thinks he's special. Let me show you something special." With that, the dog picked him up and threw him into the lake. The duckling struggled to swim to the surface, and when he finally did, he noticed he had made a new friend. "Hey, thanks for helping me," he said to her. "No problem," she replied. "But why don't you just accept yourself the way you are? You don't need to be a swan." Confused, the duckling asked, "Why not?" "Because you're already perfect the way you are," she said. "You're kind, funny, and smart. You have lots of great qualities, but you're too busy trying to be someone else to see them." She then took off, flying round him in circles. "Come on, let's go play." The duckling hesitated for a moment, then shook his head and started swimming after her. As they played, the duckling began to feel happy for the first time. He realized that being himself was actually pretty fun. Maybe becoming a swan wasn't all that important after all. After playing for a while, they both got tired and decided to take a nap. As the duckling closed his eyes, he could hear the other ducklings laughing at him. "Look at that stupid duckling taking a nap with a wild animal. What a loser." He tried to ignore them, but their words hurt. Suddenly, he felt a sharp pain in his leg. When he opened his eyes, he saw one of the ducklings biting him. "Leave me alone," he snapped. "Oh no, not the ugly duckling bites back," the duckling said, laughing. "Let's make him even uglier." With that, they all started pecking and pulling his feathers out. The duckling screamed for help, but no one came. Just then, the brave cat from earlier appeared. "Hey, leave him alone," she hissed. The ducklings were scared of the cat, so they all ran away. "Thanks," the duckling said, but the cat just shook her head. "Don't be so sad, little guy. You don't need their approval to be happy. Then she licked his wounds and told him, "You can stay with me for now. My house is always open to you." The duckling thanked her and followed her home. When they got there, the duckling noticed something strange. The cat's house looked exactly like a bird's nest. It had soft branches and leaves everywhere. "Wow, this looks so cozy," he said. "Can I build a nest here too?" "Of course," the cat replied. "Make yourself comfortable." The duckling found a soft spot in the corner and curled up, ready to go to sleep. But then he heard a voice. "Quack, quack. What's this? Another loser who thinks he's special." The duckling opened his eyes and saw one of the ducklings standing over him. "Leave me alone," he snapped. "Oh, so you think you're too good for us now, huh? You're just a dirty, homeless duckling." "I may be homeless," the duckling said, "but at least I'm not a bully like you." The duckling was about to say something back, but before he could, the cat cut him off. "That's enough from you. Get out of here before I scratch your eyes out." The duckling backed away slowly, then ran out of the nest. As soon as he was gone, the duckling said to the cat, "Thank you for protecting me. You're a true friend." "No problem," she replied. "But listen, you shouldn't let those words get to you. You're an amazing duckling, even if you don't believe it yet." The duckling nodded, then went back to his nest to sleep. The next morning, the sun was shining through the trees when the duckling woke up. He stretched and yawned, then noticed something strange. All of his grey feathers had turned white. Excited, he ran to the lake to check if he had turned into a swan. Sure enough, when he looked at his reflection, he saw that he was no longer a duckling. He had turned into a beautiful white swan. The cat had been right. He was special all along. Just then, the other ducklings swam by. "Hey, isn't that the ugly duckling?" one of them said. "Yeah, and now he's just a big fat liar," another added. "How are we supposed to believe anything he says now?" They all laughed and swam away. The young swan felt a surge of anger. "I'm not a liar, I'm a survivor," he said to himself, "and I don't need their approval to be happy." With that, he took off into the sky, flying over the trees and clouds. He didn't know where he was going, but he knew he didn't want to go back. As he flew, he saw all kinds of beautiful places and made new friends along the way. He visited a family of rabbits and played hide-and-seek with them. He also met a wise old owl who told him stories about the stars. The young swan learned a lot from the owl and realized that there was more to life than just being pretty. After a while, he started to miss his friends, though, so he decided to head back. When he arrived, he saw that the cat was waiting for him. "I knew you'd come back," she said. "Why? Because I learned that being pretty isn't everything," he explained. "There's more to life than that." The cat purred and nuzzled against him. "I'm glad you understand that now," she said. "Being special isn't about how you look. It's about who you are on the inside." The young swan thought about what the cat had said and realized that she was right. He may have been a handsome swan, but he knew that his true beauty came from within. From that day on, he lived by those words and never forgot the valuable lessons he had learned on his journey.